You could say it's a different way to enjoy the Currier Museum of Art in Manchester. It's called Art After Work, where people can view the galleries for free and take in entertainment in the cafe. On this night, it's music and trivia night.
Question number 2, which 2 teams played in the Women's College Basketball Championship?
It's thanks to a Manchester couple almost synonymous with the local entertainment scene.
Live, but we call it Trivia Night Live when it's a trivia night with Bill Cini, and alongside me, I've got my lovely wife to do the audio round and the musical interludes.
Bill and Allie Cini are one of the busiest couples in the state. Parents of 2 little girls, numerous job titles, and on a mission to find new ways to show people a good time. Let's start with Allie. Raised a performer from a young age in Manchester, she found success in singing and writing music.
And found my band, recorded my first albums along those lines. You know, things just kept blooming in the musical world for me.
She went on to teach at Berklee for more than a decade and performs all around New England. And nowadays, her stage also includes a younger crowd. She does interactive music events with children.
And just to be able to connect with the universal thought of the language of music to someone who's 3 months old and seeing them light up. It's been really beautiful as a mother myself, but also as a musician, to just have a new face.
Meantime, her husband Bill has his own stage persona.
I stay very busy going to bars and restaurants and asking people brain teasers.
In fact, it was at a bar years ago, Trivia Night with Bill Cini got its start.
Along the way, I think I did an impromptu trivia night where there was just a Trivial Pursuit deck just left out on the bar, and I was just kind of reading them aloud for people to answer. Somebody was like, hey, you should do a trivia night here, so that's exactly what I did.
He's now busy at a variety of local venues every week trying to stump trivia teams with funny names.
The Neurodivergent Disasters, they've got 3.
Bill and Allie would take on their biggest venture after Allie's ever-present crafty light bulb went off while sitting in traffic.
Okay, we need to buy a bus. Bill needs to do trivia. We need to incorporate music somehow and do craft brewery tours.
In 2018, the Brew Bus was born. The couple will pick up groups of people in the bus, and over 4 hours, these thirsty tourists head to locations of their choice.
And we do breweries, wineries, distilleries, any type of trip where nobody wants to drive really. So we'll do concerts, golf outings, anything.
What was the Manch Vegas Brew Bus has rebranded to just the Brew Bus to cater to tours around the state. And each group gets a signature pretzel necklace or a temporary tattoo if you choose.
If this video gets 10,000 likes, John McDonald gets a Brew Bus neck tattoo. He agreed to it.
That's not true, but the couple does promise the tour is like a perfect match of their likes.
Trivia night are like my tangible qualities, singing is your tangible quality, and then like the Brew Bus, we bring together both of our awesome intangible qualities. We're just like, what's so great about Bill and Allie? It's like, well, you got to ride the Brew Bus and you'll find out.
As the old commercial said, but wait, there's more.
Complete. Tiny and tinier.
The Cinis now own this tiny Honda Acti. Fall off the front of this,
right? Isn't it hilarious? Parking it is very convenient, but still a little tricky because it doesn't have any power steering.
Fun to ride, but it's also part of a new business. It's being used to sell floral arrangements at public events, along with a cool trailer.
So Bee Hoppin' Floral Trailer is just what it sounds like. We bring the flowers to you.
And B Hoppin' has a hip buddy. They also purchased this vintage camper to bring the party to you.
What year is this thing?
This is a 79.
Wow.
Hidden inside the classic camper interior, they installed a draft system to cater to private parties.
We can pour everything from craft beer to kombucha to cold brew, so all the kuss.
The king and queen of the side hustle say all these options may be their jobs, but don't tell them that.
We feel extremely lucky for all of it, but again, like the work of it doesn't come across as work to us so much. It's more like play.